What's going on, people? This is the Labtv, and I am Tamea, and this is Ika. And today we have a special guest, and he is... Do you want to say your name?
Special guest all the way from Dublin. You already know. Labtv. Yeah, Hajji.
Hajji.
From the Big Smoke.
Yeah, the big man. The big man behind the one of the biggest management groups in the country at the moment. So how are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, bro. Just surviving through this corona, innit? But
I know
we're doing good. You guys are gassing me up. The biggest management in Ireland. We're getting there. Not there yet, but we're getting there.
Man, there's no team. There is no team at the moment that's getting views like you guys. There is no one that's getting.
Why do you say that?
There is no team that has artists that are getting recognition and attention as your artists. That's why we're saying at the moment, you guys are the biggest management.
Why do you say that? Like, why do you say that?
Anything you touch seems to turn into gold. So
look at the views, fam. Look at the views.
Yeah, baby, isn't it?
Yeah, and the comments. People, like, do you know what? Like, it's not only views, but the comments as well. People are engaging. So that's how we know it's legit.
You know what it is? I always say this to a lot of people. Before you even start your music, before you even start recording, before anything, it's how your branding is at and how people view you as a person. Mm-hmm. If your brand is not at that level where people can engage and interact on, they're just going to look at your post and skim through. I could drop the same video as you have, and you can drop the same video as mine. But it's how you lay it out on your social media and what caption you put and who you tag and what cover you have on your video. Because some people put promo videos and the promo video is sick, but then they end up not changing the cover and it's just a blank screen.
Yeah.
So anybody screening your page and you see a blank, you ain't gonna click on it.
True.
And that's the difference. You keep you pay attention to the details. That's one thing. And the branding, it's all about the brand you have and the paying attention to the small details that make the difference.
I think you're tuned into that, though. I think you're very tuned into that. You know, the marketing side of it. You know how to market the artists, the promos, whether it's the build-up or that. Even like when something's about to drop, like you hear it weeks beforehand and it's constantly on, you know, out there. So by the time it's the build-up to it, so you're definitely doing that right.
Yeah. So you have to tease people. You can't just drop the whole thing and
you warm them off.
Let people suffocate. You know what I mean? Some people will see it today and then that's it. But if it takes the attention span on a lot of people, you have to show out. You have to see it repetitively. It's marketing. Do you get me? You have to see at least 21 times or from different people or from your own thing. That's what people go and do sponsor ads because it pops up on your story consistently. And the more you do, the more it shows up. Eventually, they're going to click on it.
True. Wait, we've jumped the gun. We've went all the way to the company first. We want to know you as a person first, like how you fell in love with this whole management and with the music and all that. We want to hear your personal, your personal life that led you to this. So, starting up, how did you start with it?
Well, how did I start? That's a big question. You know, I started this obviously 2 years ago. Yeah. I would say like a lot of things that happen and we just spoke about it. There are a lot of things that we do, regardless, even through Labtv, even if you own a car company or a shop or a coffee shop, you've got to promote.
That's true.
To sell your business, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't into music. I had no interest in music. And people would shoot me for that. Yeah. But I was working in promotion. So nightclubs, events.
Oh, okay.
And the love came through there, like meeting different artists on a weekly basis. Having conversations with like top celebrities in the UK, America, week in, week out.
Yeah.
And just seeing how they get treated here in Ireland and then seeing the level of kind of doing what they love. And not have to be in a 9 to 5, but they're making good money because promoters have to pay these guys, and I see money going into their bank account. If it's 5,000, 10,000, I'm like shit, and they're getting like top hotels, everything. So I was like, okay, so there's money obviously being generated in this industry. You know what I mean? If it makes money for me, it makes sense, and I'm gonna jump on board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But music is not my passion. Music is not something people like artists will say, "Oh yeah, do you know what? I was a singer since I was a kid. I fell in love with it."
Yeah.
That's not me, really. Do you know what I mean? It's the industry, it's the business side of things, but more important is changing these boys' lives.
Yes,
That's
man.
me. It's the humanitarian that I'm giving back to my community. Do you know what I mean? Me 100%. Seeing these boys come from nothing, from the ends, from like these boys don't have, some of them haven't finished college, haven't even finished school, don't mind college, haven't finished school, they're on the street every day, they're grafting, they're doing what they have to do to look after their parents or to survive for the next day. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm really seeing it. So me seeing them get recognition, getting 1 million views, and seeing that them smile and seeing them being proud, and the community clapping for them. The community stopping them on the street and be like, "Yo, we kind of fuck with your shit, yo," and they feel, "Wow, we've never had that." Every time when people looked at us when we're younger, it's like, you know what, this kid is not going nowhere in life. He's a nobody. He's just a little guy on the street. But now turning his life from that to being a role model, an influencer, for me, that's success.
That's everything.
Like even the DBN artists.
Yeah, for me.
Even the DBN artists, bro, like you can definitely tell that they're like, whether, I don't know what way they are all across Ireland, but like anyone that's involved in the scene pretty much knows them very well. And I can tell that even seen by the videos and stuff, like in Dublin, they're very well known. Like, and even though they're at the age of, like you said yourself, they haven't even finished school, some of them, and they're not even into college, but already for whatever that they are doing and whatever they found that channel to go down in and said, look, I'm going to make my life out of this. Like, it's definitely working for them, because like even seeing Cal, Pep, Dubzeno, even Rablo, like seeing these guys, like they are known around Dublin, like with whoever listens to music.
I mean, they've really got the community backing on them. Do you know what I mean? So that was our biggest statement. Like, I've got a partner, I've got a business partner who has started DBN with, called Vino. You probably guys have seen him around, but he's been a big supporter. He's been a big kind of influencer for us, and he's holds things really strongly within DBN. Do you know what I mean? Both of us together, and when I say we go through endless conversations, like we sit outside our house sometimes for hours and just talk about the vision and plan and visualize it. For a whole 2 years, for the whole first year, we just did it. We didn't know where we're going, but we said, you know what? Let's do better now. DBN, do better now. Let's just keep going. Everything we hit, we'll face it on the way. So it's come to a time where we've picked select artists around Ireland, not only Dublin, from different ethnicity, black, white, different religion. Do you know what I mean? So we've focused on that, and we said, you know what, we're not going to recruit anymore. We're going to hold these guys, and we're going to build a level of brand. Even if they're getting 10K views, even if they're getting 1 million views, let's just hold them down, make them professional, because there's no professionalism in Ireland. There's no urban industry in Ireland. So let's recruit these guys and make them look the top. Do you know what I mean? Get the photo shoots done, get top quality audios recorded, get top quality visuals recorded, and build them. So now it's come to a point where I don't even have to chase artists. We get people DMing us every day saying, yo, how do I get on this management thing?
That's what I was going to ask you now.
It speaks for itself. Do you know what I mean? The work we've put in over the years. Do you know what I mean? Like we've got onto the Vice documentary, got on the BBC documentary or artists. Do you know what I mean? So it's just being consistent. That's all I can say, innit?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, let's say there's a new artist that wants to join. What does it take for them to be part of DBN?
You know, every artist, you know, it's a nice question, because a lot of people, I get answered this question, I try to avoid it because I don't answer it.
I know.
Management takes a lot of time, boys. It takes a lot of time. And especially if I have a handful of artists, I've got 2 hands, and I've got 8 or 9 artists. I'm on my own, or it's just me and Vino. Sometimes I'm working full time as well. I do this as a hobby. I do this as an interest, where eventually I can make enough income where I can leave my 9-to-5 job and do this as a full-time career. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I need to work 9-to-5 to make money and invest in my own business.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what does it take? To be honest, a lot of the artists that come in, they didn't really. It's not an application that they send in or CV or it's we just bump into them.
Okay.
It's what we see in them and we see the potential. Like there's some artists that we have are not the best lyrical rappers.
Yeah.
But they're not. Some artists in our might be very lyrical, but they might not have the best clout.
That's true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people are very good on social media. Some people are not.
Yeah.
So everyone's got their own individual skill and come together. We as DBN. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So to answer that question, I don't know. You just have to kind of fall into it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You just have to be at the right.
Right place at the right time.
Yeah, and because if you look at the likes of Rablo, Lucha, when he started with us, he was in a situation where he was around. It was his older brother that we were close to.
Yeah.
So it was like a situation. He was one of my first artists that I recruited.
Oh,
so I mean, he started coming down when I had like artists coming when I was doing promo. He was like, "Yo, can I come through?" I was like, "Yeah, come through." And then he was telling everybody he's getting pictures with all of these people. And he was like, "How did you get pictures?" He's like, "Oh, my manager got me in." I was like, "Yo, don't be telling people I'm your manager." You know what I mean? So and then I was like, "Yo, okay, this is cool." Then I was like, Dubzeno, I was like, "You know what? I might just guide them.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be a manager, but I'll mentor you. I'll show you the right ways. I'll connect you with what I have."
Yeah.
And then Dubzeno came. I had Bugsy Malone in Crystal.
Yeah.
After party with my Crystal team, and Dubzeno ended up being at the Bugsy show through the relationship he had with Ambush and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was in backstage, imagine. And then I had Bugsy come over with his DJ for the after party.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the after party, Bugsy in his little private section and bringing bottles for it. Do you know what I mean? And there's all him and his man there. And then I see Dubzeno there, and I'm like to the other girl promoter, like, who's this Irish guy? Like, are they with this crew or what?
Yeah.
And then I took a picture of Bugsy, Ambush. They must have like reshared it on their story.
Yeah.
Dubs hit me up and he was like, he must have saw it on the story. He hit me up, followed me. He's like, "Yo, you're the guy that was like looking after us last night, blah blah blah." Like, I'll come again. He's like, "Look, these English stars are pushing me in the music. I'm not really good at it, but this is like 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning. He sent me an audio of my story. You know the track, My Story.
Yeah. Man, that's one of the best tracks from him. Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me the track. He was like, "Boy, I had all my boys around me. They're just yes men. They'll tell me anything is good.
Yeah.
So I don't know you, but you listen to it.
Yeah.
This is 5 in the morning. I'm going to work. I'm in work at 6 in the morning, boys. I listen to it. I ring him at 5 in the morning. I was like, bro, I'm not into this music thing, but what I just listened touched me, and I want to meet up with you."
Yeah.
That's all it was. I went to Vino's yard. I was at Vino, getting your car. I was going to meet Dubs. we met up. The rest is history. Dubs looked at me. He's like, "Yo, I don't think I can do this. What I'm doing makes way more money than this shit. But if you lot really think I can do this music thing and I can change my life, you lot have my I'm in."
Yeah.
And when he left the house, I said to Vino, I was like, "He's really hot-headed. He won't do this music thing. We picked the wrong one." We picked the wrong one.
Yeah, man.
But 2 days later, I've been getting constant text messages and phone calls off. He's like, "Hajj, I've got the money. I've got the video. He's doing everything ahead of me." I was like, "Yo, this guy is serious." He shot Know Your Place. He went and recorded another track. He shot Know Your Place.
Yeah.
He arranged his voice from London, brought the pink Range Rover.
Yeah.
Everything was patterned. I was like, "Yo, this is happening for real." That was my first ever music video I shot. Like, I was on set on.
Yeah.
And then the rest was history. Then Jay Ronic came through a relationship with Vino. We drove down to Cork. We're like, "Yo, this boy's got talent." But it was a relationship that we had through promo through Nikki. You know Nikki?
Yeah, I know Nikki. Yeah.
Yeah, so she did a lot of events for us back in Dublin, back in the days.
Yeah.
So like, yo, you know what? If this guy is serious, we need to make him pop in Dublin.
Yes.
If you pop in Dublin, the capital, you're popping all over Ireland.
No, yeah.
And we were bringing Tincha Strider, we brought Ross, we brought Stylo G, there was a lineup for so many people that started the year. We're like, if we get our boys, Rablo, Dubs, and Jay on the lineup, open up for all of these artists, that's branding already gone up.
Yeah.
People just, what? People won't know it's your manager and our promoters. People just think that these artists are booking you guys to come and open up for me. That's the Jedi. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Marketing.
Nice.
And they got in, bro. So that happened, and the rest is history, bro. Then obviously the boys, Callum Pepper dropped covers.
Yeah.
And I was like, who are these kids that from ends? They drop covers. I'm like, let's see how they do it. And they drop covers and they got 40,000 views in a week.
Yeah, it was going.
I was like, that's good. They were ringing me. Then they got hyped. Obviously, they wanted to record the second track. They were ringing me. They're like, yo, they've already seen Dubzeno's Know Your Place and my story. So they're like, the next done, we need to get on the track. These guys, he's hard.
Yeah.
They were like, Hajj, how much is it to get Dubs on the track? Is he gonna? I was like, he's gonna be in studio, he's recording his a few tracks. So if you guys go to the studio at this time, you'll see him there.
Yeah.
He's like, are you sure he's gonna be there? I was like, Pepper, he's gonna be there. I was like, stop annoying me. I don't even know. Then we shot What I Do, bro. It's like going 700,000 views today. And the rest of the history. Dubs was like, yo, these boys, we need to hold on to them, and then I never looked back.
That's mad, man. That's mad.
That's the story of DBN, really. That's the story of my recruitment process, really. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Nothing I went to chase on them. They just happened to be in the right spot of me being there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, from what you were saying there, I just caught something that I didn't know. I just learned it from you there. What does DBN stand for?
DBN?
Yeah.
What do you think it stands for?
I actually know, but I don't let you. I know what it is, but I let you have a guess.
What do you think it stands for?
You say do better now or something.
Is that what you think it stands for?
That's what you say.
No, what do you think? I'm asking you.
I know it stands for do better now.
No, do you know what it is?
Yeah.
The concept of it, is being Dublin, DBN, being a Dublin thing.
Yeah.
But when I thought about it, I was like, what is our purpose? What are we really doing? Yeah. So whenever I spoke with Vina, I was like, you know what? Anyone that comes to us from your life you had before, you're going to come to us and you're going to be doing better now.
Yeah.
You're going to look away from the past and you're going to be doing better now from now forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've got a clothing brand coming out next year, February, March. Do better now, so it's going to be sick.
It sounds like a dope tag anyway. Yeah. It sounds like a dope tag. Do better.
But not a lot of people know yet. We're going to do a launch where it's going to be do better now, blah, blah, blah. But right now it's just DBN. Yeah. People think it's Dublin, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I thought it was Dublin music something until you say do better now.
We've got Dublin music group, we've got artists from Limerick, we've got artists from Cork.
Yeah, it wasn't going to work. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Yeah. So who are other artists that are part of DBN that might not be out there as much at the moment? Because obviously we know about the main faces, but
we've got Dubzeno, obviously, we've got Jay Ronic, we've got Callum Pepper, we've got Smilez, we've got Slick Bullet, who's with us.
Oh, is he with DBN now?
He's with us as a producer and an artist.
Yeah.
He a lot of our artists record with him in his studio.
Yeah.
We've got, who else have we got? We've got Owen Alfred, who's a recently recruit on development. We're kind of working on him and his sound, and he's from Limerick. And then we've got T. Yeah. I don't know, he dropped the track there for the culture. He's coming hard this year. He's got a few projects lined up. He's from Blanchardstown, which is the north side of Dublin. But they're on a development process that we're taking our time, perfecting their sound, what kind of beats to use, the imaging, the branding. These are like things that we're trying to put in their head that it's really important. You don't want to face and be in the big boy leagues. you don't want to think about just competing with artists in Ireland. You want to compete with artists from the UK and America, Europe, international, because when you look at the iTunes in Ireland, all the top 10 are all UK, American artists.
Yeah.
So you want to be in the top 10 Irish artists, bro, in the charts.
Yeah.
So if you can't compete with them,
you're not gonna. Yeah.
Forget about it. Do you know what I mean? You need to be on that level. You need to be on the A-list, playlist, or B-list of the playlist in radio. Because right now the A-list and B-list in Irish radio is all these American artists. So how comes our old Irish artists are not getting in that? We need to compete at that level. We need to make quality
that list
sound
first.
You know what I mean? So we need to pay more attention to those little details, and artists forget about those little details that matter in the long run.
Yeah. You're definitely making big moves, man. Another thing I just wanted to ask, just on what you touched up on a while ago, saying that, you know, these boys had like the community behind them. And I think, like, if you look over at the scene in general, I'm not talking about DBN or the artists involved with DBN, but if you look at like the general scene, I feel like that's one thing that it is lacking, like major support from the communities or like the people here. Why do you think that is? Like for even DBN to get to that level where they have big support of the community.
You see, there's a lot of artists, yeah. And no disrespect, I respect every artist, because if there's no artist, there's no Irish industry. So I respect everyone's craft. I respect everyone releasing music, and I never have any bias in anyone. But there's a lot of artists who come from either the countryside, outside of Dublin, move to Dublin, and then not that they claim they're from Dublin, but try to build their music career in Dublin.
Yeah.
But if you're just staying in your friend's house and you're recording and you're away from home, and you're not really mixed with your community and people from school, and because they're the real people, they're the people that know you. Your friends, your family are the ones that are going to be banging your thing. Your people from your estate are the ones that are going to be banging your thing. But if you, it's like saying Smilez go to Cork and do music, and he's banging in Cork right now. Ain't gonna make sense. So he's in ends. I mean, everywhere he walks around is people are banging his tune from the window. Yo, listen, we're playing your track, bro. You're on radio. This, that. Do you know what I mean? Because he's got that community support. And that is really important. The community support is really important from your elders. Even if your music is shit, you still need that support, no matter what. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I think it lacks with these other artists. There's amazing artists from the countryside, but they come to Dublin thinking, yo, you know what? If I go to the nightclubs in Dublin, or if I bang a few shows in Dublin, I'll blow. You might pull one or two fans that'll become your fan, but if you haven't got that community support, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to push hard on social media and gain your followers on social media than real fans, because back in the days, 20 years ago, there was no social media. People were selling CD. You need to love someone from who they was, from what area they're repping. You know what I mean? There was no social media. Nowadays, it's just all social media artists. You can have an artist and he can have all his followers that are from Scotland or Wales and England. But they're not your community. You walk around in your area, nobody knows you. You can't even sell a show in your area. So you're expected to do the big boy thing. No, it's not going to happen. So I have confidence that majority of my artists could sell, even if it's a 200 capacity, because of that consistent they've done and the fan base they've built over the years, over the 2 years or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying it's ever late for any other artist. It's still doable, but everyone needs to put the graft in. Same as my artists, they're not 100% perfect. There's still a lot of work they need to be done, and I'm hammering them every day, and they're like, Hajji, I know, man. I know we're getting there. We're getting the journey. They need to look at that in that way. So, and another thing as well, just to touch on that, is managers. There's a lack of managers in Ireland. You know what I mean? True. There's a lot of people who are not willing to sacrifice their time to develop these boys, and boys are going in half-hearted. They're not getting the right mentorship. They're not getting the right talks and conversations, because if you're not stable, like a lot of artists, we tell them, if you're not mentally stable first, then if your home is not mentally there, you ain't gonna do the music. It's you're gonna do it, and then when that dies down, you're gonna just fall and crumble. So you need to make sure your relationship with your girlfriends, your moms, whatever is good. You've got a place to stay. You're sleeping well. You're eating well. They're the main things, and you're making a little bit of income that can get you to the studio and back home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If those things are not right, bro, you're gonna crumble.
It's not gonna work. And also, I think artists need to know that, like, just dropping something once, it don't mean you're just gonna blow from there. You know, there's constant work needed.
That's a lot of it. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, a lot of people get into this hype where you see a quality video that they've recorded for the first time. They're like, "Yo, I'm gonna drop this on GRM. I'm gonna drop this on there. And it's gonna blow.
It's gonna blow.
I'm gonna make 100K." And then boom, they drop the video and it just gets 1K.
1K in 2 weeks. Yeah, like,
I'm quitting music. I'm quitting music.
Yeah.
I've heard that, bro. And I'm like, yo, you lot.
There are even so many artists.
You ain't in it for the right reasons.
That's the thing.
There's even so many artists that I look at and I'm like, I don't know what the reason was for them not releasing many more stuff, but you know, you might hear something from an artist and it might be dope, but just because they didn't get the views or the feedback that they might have wanted, and then they're just like neglecting it, you know, and they're just like, I don't think you can drop something just once.
That comes back from the first topic we spoke about, the conversation we had at the very start. You could have quality work, but if you don't know how to release, and if you don't know how to brand yourself first, and you don't know where to send your music to the right places and get the right platforms to do the right things for you, it's just going to be an ordinary post posted out. And if you don't know how to direct people to your link and get the right way to get onto that link, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get the views. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And big up Labtv, by the way. You lot always post from day one, from Know Your Place. You lot been writing posts every release that we do, and I send a press release to you lot. Big up, honestly.
You guys deserve it, man. We all for the best quality of music and all that. Before we let you go, what do you think of the scene? Like, you know, let me say what can I call? How can I call this? Like the media, the bigger media, like the RTEs and the radios. What do you think?
We ain't getting the right support from them.
There is no enough support, is it? Do you think the same?
I don't think the Irish people, not the Irish people. I hate to say the Irish people, just the industry, because it doesn't have to be the Irish people that work in it. It could be people from different races, whatever. But I think the industry itself ain't believing in the urban scene like we do.
That's true.
We live in the urban world. We see how much potential that has.
That's true.
But the big guns up there, they're like, ain't gonna increase my wage. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just looking at it like, how can I get my wage? Do enough not to get fired up there.
Yes,
that's what they do.
True.
Anybody does it. Anybody that works a 9 to 5, they're just doing enough not to get fired. To get fired. If they can come in late every day and the boss don't see them, they're gonna do that. Do you know what I mean? So I think we need the right support. Like, I was disgusted to see the likes of BBC that coming into Ireland and doing reviews on our artists before. Before, like, they're the big boys, they're the majors, really. Do you know what I mean? But it's horrible to see that. But I'd love to see the likes of Sony, the likes of Universal, the likes of Warner Ireland, having funds and putting it into Ireland. Do you know what I mean? The urban scene. All I'm saying is, if we just needed a bit of money into marketing, a bit of promotion from like the likes of MCD and all these major labels, into 1 or 2 or 3 artists from the underground scene, and once 1 or 2 or 3 of them blows in Ireland, not go to the UK and blow. Don't get me wrong. There is artists who are from Ireland going to the UK and they're blown up. Don't get me wrong. They're doing their thing and big up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people from here doing that.
They just need
a chance. I'd love to see that, because once they do that, then a lot of people will follow up.
They're gonna run. They're gonna all run back to us. Yeah. That's the sad part. So, what are the plans for DBN for the following years? Let's say 5 years.
Just make sure you follow DBN Music Group on Instagram. You know what I mean? Just keep following up, and you'll be seeing every single week. We got loads of releases before the end of the year. Before 2021, we've got like 6 or 7 releases. Awesome. We've got some big features coming up, international features drops. We've got some sick visuals coming up. We've got Jay Ronic is dropping a few bangers.
Yeah.
As he does, he always does the
Jay
most.
Ronic,
You know?
yeah, man. Yeah.
Smilez he just dropped his EP. He's got some visuals that he's going to be backing up with it lined up.
Nice.
Slick Bullet is dropping a few things. He's doing numbers as well. He dropped this thing there.
Yeah.
Kyle and Pepper's got a few more surprises before the end of the year. They're doing their thing. Big up to them.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So, you know, bro, you lot just need to keep watching, and you're just gonna keep grafting, innit? So
definitely.
That's our main thing, and hopefully we can be part of the history of the urban scene in Ireland the next 10, 20 years, and people can start talking about us, and not only us being the only ones up there, but we can set examples for more people to follow up on us.
For the coming generations.
And I encourage a lot more people to get into these arts and culture and use their creativity. If it's more producers, if beat makers, videographers, artists, anyone. Do you know what I mean? So we need all of you lot to keep going, because without you guys, we can't grow an industry and platforms as well. Big up Labtv. There needs to be more of you guys, because if you lot are not, you lot are not interviewing artists and managers or industry people, people ain't gonna know what
the people behind
like what are the real stories I like, because seeing someone on the music video, you ain't gonna hear a lot of what that person's gonna be. But if I had an artist on Labtv and letting him talk and move around on camera, a fan can fall in love with someone like that. Do you know what I mean? You get a real fan through that.
Yeah.
So big up to you guys. Keep going, and I hope more people will do the exact same. So that's the only way our industry is going to grow.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for coming through as well, man.
Much love to DBN. Looking forward to all the releases, whatever you got in the works.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. It's there, innit? It's there. It's happening. It's coming alive in the 2 years in the game right now. We're not gonna. It's too late. It's too late to quit. That's all I'll say.
True.
You know what I mean? We're gonna, as Dubzeno was saying, Hajji, make sure you do it till the wheels fall off. That's all he does. Do it till the wheels fall off, bro. We ain't gonna stop. So, and we're gonna keep doing better now, and you're gonna see all our boys on the rise.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say to the people before we sign out?
I think I said enough, no? But yeah, just keep doing your thing. Don't be consistent, of course. Don't let someone next to you tell you your music ain't good, or go to the right people. Make sure, you know, I always say, who you surround yourself is who you're going to become. If you surround yourself with 4 millionaires, you're going to be the 5th. If you're going to surround yourself with 5 artists every day, you're going to be the 6th artist. So you just need to surround yourself with the right people, and keep following your vision, keep having a plan. Every day your plan will change, but you need to have a new one, and stay on your track. Yeah. And if the track changes, you change with it. Don't fall off. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of my goals. That's it, innit? Big ups.
Thank you very much. Much love.
Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you all follow DBN Music Group, DBN Music Group on Instagram. We're gonna be on every platform soon. But yeah, that's it, man. Thanks for the love you got shown me.
Wait, before you go. I just remembered. Let me ask you a question. Why is Know Your Place and My Story not on Spotify?
Know Your Place needs to be on Spotify, bro.
Bro, I've been looking for that song forever. I'm trying to put it on my playlist. Like, I have my Irish playlist, you know. I'm trying to get that song.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? When I had Know Your Place and My Story,
yeah.
You know what? I'll do something for you and I'll put it up.
Please,
but I'm gonna have to change a few things. But it was on Spotify, but it got taken down because we didn't on the beat.
Okay.
So remember, when I said my story, my story in DBN, Know Your Place and My Story was recorded before I even managed or even started up DBN.
Okay, all right.
I didn't have a distribution. I didn't have nothing. I didn't know nothing about distribution. Didn't know nothing about nothing. I was on the starting, and then beats already just taken. They were just sample beats Dubzeno just had, and he just recorded over. He didn't really do about production, and we just put like a pretty much a sample in there, and we just uploaded.
Makes sense now.
I can figure a way of doing something and putting it up.
Dude, man, that song is.
Give me some.
Those 2 songs are classics. Those 2 songs are classics.
Anthems for the scene, bro.
I swear to God, like, Okay, cool,
Yeah.
bro. Thank you very much. Oh, shit.
No problem.
Cool,
yeah, no
cool,
problem. I appreciate the love all you guys have, yeah.
One. It was a
Much
pleasure,
love, Hajji.
We'll give you a round of applause. Cheers.